Hello, welcome to Centennial Hall, room 3311. This is a quick rundown on how the audio-video technology works in here. Up here at the teacher station, our touch panel is going to control just about everything we need. Right now we're on our startup page, and there's a button that says press here to begin. When I press it, it's going to ask me if I want to power up the projector or not. I'll go ahead and click yes. That powers up the projector and it brings the screen down out of the ceiling for us. The whole process, the whole boot up process takes just over a minute. While that's happening, we get a wait screen on our touch panel. We'll know we're ready to go when that screen changes to what I call our main screen. While that's happening, we can talk about the lights. On the right-hand side are our 5 lighting presets. We have a lights all on preset, 2 lecture presets, one using the whiteboard and one without the whiteboard lights, a theater setting, and a lights all off button. Now we can also access those lights from our controller here on the wall. There's 5 buttons that corresponds with the 5 presets I just talked about, and both of the doors have a main on-off switch on them as well. Another feature that we have here in the room is a wireless microphone that's going to reinforce our voice throughout the room. On the top of the wireless microphone is the on-off switch. I'll go ahead and switch it on there, and then anything I say in the microphone is going to be reinforced throughout the room for us. Now if I needed to adjust the volume of that based on the volume of my voice or where I put the microphone, I come to my touch panel, and in just 1 second here we're going to see how it switches from the wait page to our startup page. There it goes. And in the bottom right hand corner here we have an audio control button. When I hit the audio control button on the left hand side, here's our wireless microphone. I can turn it up or turn it down, and I can mute it, and when I get it set to the correct level I'll go ahead and hit back to get us back to our main page. Then whatever I'm saying into the microphone is going to be reinforced. And when I'm done using it, I want to make sure and click that off, because even if I'm not using the microphone, the battery will completely drain if it's left on. So make sure and turn it off. Okay, now we can talk about our main page on our touch panel. On the top of the touch panel, on the top of the page, is our source select row. Anything that's selected on this row and highlighted in blue is going to show up on the big screen for us. Right now the PC is highlighted, so if you look at the screen in the front of the room, you'll notice that our PC is what's going to show up on the screen. Now the PC should be powered on. If it's not, it's located right here in the desk, and you can hit the power button to power it on. You are going to need to log into the computer when you come in. The username will be the first part of your UWL email address, and the password is going to be your UWL net ID. So you're going to want to individually log on when you come into the class, and then you're going to want to make sure and log off before you leave. The next buttons that we have on our source select row here are our 2 laptop buttons. We have a VGA laptop connection and an HDMI laptop connection. And those cables are located in the cable cubby right here in the teacher station. They're located over here. There's a power supply down here too if you want to plug your laptop in, and that way you don't have to rely on the battery. For demonstration purposes here, I'll go ahead and pull the VGA cable out, and I'm going to hook it into my laptop. And I'm going to take the audio cable and I'm going to plug that into the headphone jack on my laptop. And once those connections are made, I'll know that my laptop's ready to go. So I can come over to the touch panel and hit the button labeled laptop, since I am using the VGA connection. And then my laptop should show up on the screen for us. Now, if your laptop doesn't come up for you right away, it's probably because your laptop isn't in the right mode to see an external projector. And the way you can do that is to go into your control panel and choose your display mode. Or on a Windows machine, you can hold down the function key and hit F8. That'll be your shortcut. You'll either get a menu giving you the choice, or it will scroll through the options automatically. And make sure you get to the duplicate mode so that anything you show on your laptop is going to show up on the screen. The next button we have on our source select row is our Blu-ray button. And when I hit the Blu-ray button, a little menu is going to pop up there, and it's going to have all the different controls we need for our Blu-ray. Play and stop on the left, navigation and menus on the right. There's also a full screen video button there that'll allow me to preview what's happening on the Blu-ray. I'll click back to get back to our main page here. The Blu-ray is located over here on the left-hand side of the teacher station. It's underneath the document camera. You can use these front panel controls as well. And I'll also note that you can use regular DVDs and regular CDs in the Blu-ray player. It doesn't have to be a Blu-ray disc in order to use it. This is also a good time to mention the volume. Volume control is located right here on the bottom of the touch panel. There's a knob that will turn the volume up and down. Just keep in mind that the only thing that you're going to hear, other than the wireless microphone, which will always be there if you have it on, the only thing that you will hear is what you have selected in your source select row. So right now we have the Blu-ray selected, so the volume control is going to control the Blu-ray player. If I wanted to hear something from the PC, I would have to press PC and have it selected in order to hear anything. The next thing we can talk about is our document camera. It's over here on the left side of the teacher station. Power button's in the back. I'll go ahead and press the power button. You'll see the light is blinking green there. Once it's a solid green, the document camera is ready to go. Advanced features up here by the camera, zoom in and out using the zoom wheel. Other advanced features in front here like manual focus and your freeze function. When the document camera is ready, I come to the touch panel. I hit the document camera button. It takes just a second for everything to sync up, just like it does with all our sources. So be patient if it doesn't show up immediately. It takes just a couple of seconds for everything to sync up. And then the document camera is going to show up on the screen for us. The last button that we'll talk about here on our source select row is our auxiliary button. When I press the auxiliary button, I get a couple of choices here. I get an S video and a composite video choice. And those connections are located down here in our cable cubby again. It does share the audio, so the audio is always going to plug into those jacks, but our S video is here and our composite video is there. And what you would do is you would bring in any other device that you might have, like an iPod or a video camera or something like that, and you can plug it into those jacks, and then choose the correct setting, and your device will show up on the screen and you'll be able to hear it through the speakers. The last thing I'll mention here is the left-hand side of our touch panel. We have our projector power button, which will power down the projector without powering down the touch panel. More likely, what you'll use is the video mute button, which is just going to mute the video signal from the projector without powering anything down. And you can use that in conjunction with our screen up and screen down button. You mute the video from the projector and put the screen up, and that'll give you access to the whiteboard. So you can write whatever it is you want to write on the whiteboard without having to wait for a minute for everything to power down and then another minute plus for everything to power up. You can have instant access and then press the video mute button and the screen down button again in order to get it back to the normal setting. There's a microphone mute button there, and the bottom button says help. And when I press the help button, I get the names and phone numbers of a couple members of the Academic Technology Services staff, and those are the numbers you'll call if you ever have any problems during class or if you ever have any questions at all. Give those numbers a call, and somebody will be on the other line to help you out as soon as possible. I'm going to click OK here. Gets me back to my main screen, and in the bottom right-hand corner we have the System Off button. When I press the System Off button, it asks me if I'm sure I want to power off. When I hit that Power Down button, the projector is going to power off, the screen's going to go up, and the room's going to be back the way we found it. So then I'll mention to you a reminder that if you ever have any questions or concerns, please contact Academic Technology Services, and we'd be more than happy to help. Thank you.